Welcome, traveler. Tonight I'm going to tell you a story. The true story of Aladdin and his magic lamp. But here's what the movies never told you. Aladdin was trapped in a cave, and the only way to escape was to pronounce two impossible sounds perfectly. He couldn't do it alone. He needed help. Your help. So listen carefully. And when I ask you to speak the magic words, your voice might just save his life. Let's begin. In a city at the edge of the desert, there lived a poor boy named Aladdin. One day, a mysterious stranger offered him riches beyond imagination if he'd retrieve a simple oil lamp from a hidden cave. Aladdin agreed. The stranger led him to the cave entrance and warned, "Touch nothing but the lamp. If you touch anything else, you'll be trapped forever." Aladdin descended into the darkness. The cave glittered with treasure, gold, jewels, silk carpets piled high. But he remembered the warning. He touched nothing. At the far end, on a stone pedestal, sat an old dented lamp. He grabbed it and turned to leave. But when he reached the cave entrance, the stranger's face appeared above, twisted with greed. "Give me the lamp," the stranger demanded. "No!" Aladdin hesitated. "Help me out first, then I'll give it to you." "No, the lamp first." "Help me out, then the lamp." The stranger's face filled with rage. He raised his hands and screamed, "Then stay trapped forever." Boom! The entrance slammed shut. Total darkness. Aladdin was alone. Aladdin sat in the pitch black for what felt like hours, cold, alone, terrified. He shouted into the darkness, "Please, somebody help me." Nothing. Then he remembered his mother's words. "When all hope is lost, you must push against the darkness itself." Push. He tried to say it, push against the darkness. No, that wasn't right. He tried again, push it away. Still wrong. Then he remembered his mother's lips, how they pressed together, how they popped open with just breath, no voice. He placed his fingers on his throat and whispered, "Push." Yes, no vibration, just lips pressing then bursting with air. "I must push against this darkness." As he spoke, he accidentally rubbed the lamp. Smoke poured out. The smoke swirled and formed into an enormous figure, a genie, glowing blue, filling the cave with light. "Who summons me?" the voice boomed. Aladdin fell back. I didn't mean." The genie's massive face lowered toward him, then, surprisingly, smiled. "You spoke the first word of power," the genie said gently. "Word of power?" Aladdin whispered. "Push. You pronounced it perfectly. Lips together, no voice, just breath. That's why I appeared." The genie explained. "There are two words of power you must speak to escape this cave. Pronounce them correctly and I'll grant you freedom. One mistake and I return to the lamp forever." "What's the second word?" Aladdin asked. The genie smiled mysteriously. "You'll discover it when you need it most. But first," the genie looked directly out of the story toward you. "The boy needs help practicing the first word. We will help him." "Traveler, Aladdin needs you. The genie is testing you both. Put your fingers on your throat right now. Say, push. Your throat should be silent, no vibration, just your lips pressing together, then bursting open with air. Again, push. Good. Now Aladdin will need these phrases to escape. Say them with him. Please let me pass. Lips pressed, no voice, air bursts. I promise to push forward. Every P, Simon throat, lips burst with air. The palace doors will open. Feel no vibration on your throat? Perfect. The genie nods. You're ready, he tells Aladdin. Now for the second word of power. I'll grant you one wish to help you prepare for your escape, the genie said. But you must speak it with the second word of power. Aladdin thought carefully. I wish for a big... The genie started to fade. Wait, the genie interrupted, flickering. What did I tell you? What did I do wrong? You're holding the vowel too long, the genie said. Words of power must be quick, sharp, like snapping your fingers. The genie demonstrated. Not big, big, not wish, wish, not sheep, sheep. Cut the vowel short, Aladdin asked. Exactly. Try again. Aladdin took a breath. This time he clipped each vowel short. I wish for a big light to help me escape this pit. The genie's eyes blazed. Perfect. That's the second word of power. Snap! A brilliant light filled the cave. Aladdin could finally see. The genie smiled. Tomorrow, when you need to escape, you use both words of power. But tonight, the genie looked at you again. He needs to practice. Traveler, you must master the second word of power. Say these phrases with Aladdin. Cut every vowel short. Don't let them linger. I wish for a big ship. Vowels cut short. Instant, then done. Sit in the silk chair. Each vowel quick, clipped, immediate. The king will pick 6 cups. No stretching, sharp and fast. Give me a quick fix. Every vowel ends immediately. Good. The genie nods approvingly. You've mastered push. Lips pressed, no voice, air bursts. And you've mastered short vowels. Quick, clipped, immediate. But remember, the genie warns. Tomorrow you'll face the final test, and there is one more sound you haven't learned yet. The genie vanished back into the lamp. Aladdin sat in the cave holding the light the genie had granted. Tomorrow he would attempt to escape, but he still didn't know the third word of power, and without it, he might be trapped forever. Will Aladdin escape the cave? What is the third word of power? And can you help him speak it correctly when the moment comes? Find out in part 2, The Gates of Power. Until then, practice your words. Push, lips pressed, no voice. Short vowels, quick and clipped. Aladdin's counting on you. See you soon, traveler.